What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to do a spoiler-free review of a movie that just came out called The Night, and it's a supernatural film that you might not have heard of. So I hadn't heard of this film, but I did kind of a search on what movies were coming out to see what I could review, because I know, guys, I'm not exactly up to par with a lot of the videos I'm supposed to be doing this week. Hopefully I can make that up for you this week and next and continuing forward. So, what is The Night? It is considered a supernatural thriller, which I think it is definitely a little bit more on the thriller, but it does have its supernatural in there. It's directed and written by Kourosh Ahari, who has done many other films that I've never actually seen, and it seems like he has some pretty good talent. Now, the story is about an Iranian couple who are visiting some friends that are living pretty far away, and they have to stop at a hotel when some insidious events start to take place, and they soon realize that some of the secrets that they've been keeping from each other as this hotel sort of spins out of control, and the night never seems to end. That's pretty much the gist of this movie. It mostly takes place in a hotel, and it has a lot of kind of spooky and kind of sometimes crafty ways of committing to an atmosphere that I think is noble. Now, am I blown away by this movie in particular? Not 100%. I think it is definitely admirable what they have done. To be able to create an atmosphere in a movie is not an easy task. It seems like it when you write it on paper, you envision it in your mind, but you really got to do a lot of speaking on the film. And so they do a decent job here, not only with the atmosphere, but the acting and the camera shots and the angles and the small things that happen in the movie to make it kind of feel awkward or weird or something's amiss, which they do that in spades, but it never really fully just rips the Band-Aid off and throws you into whatever supernatural event is really kind of occurring. Aside from some pretty crafty tricks that they did that really are effective, and I think did a great job, one involving a police officer in this movie. This movie does a really good job of giving you hope and then taking it away, but that becomes a little tired after a while. And I think part of it is because I don't know what the real message here is. Like, is this a movie about the family? Or is it about their secrets? Or is it about them going to hell for something that they did? Is it about them? I don't know, but it's not exactly 100% clear. And I think aside from those few moments that I thought were pretty crafty, the movie kind of is. It's a little bit above average. I definitely wouldn't want to give it a score below average because I think it definitely has some merit and it does some things well. And I think it deserves some credit. But ultimately, it does nothing really too new that we haven't seen done in another movie before. And I don't mind that sometimes. If a movie is not original, as long as they supersede a lot of the ones before it, then I'm okay with it. This one just kind of hits it and does a little bit above average. I wasn't really spooked out by anything. I was just kind of drawn in by the story and what the hell was happening, because it does that tug and pull of your sanity and wondering what the hell is really going on. And by the end, I wasn't really satiated, wasn't necessarily 100% worth the wait. But there is some pretty artistic moments in the film, some ideas that they did have. They just weren't done superseding previous efforts that have done it better than it. But I still think that there is some talent here, and I would love to see Kourosh Ahari do some more in the future, and maybe I'll even take a peruse through his back catalog, because I think there's definitely something here. Nice effort. I would probably say this movie is probably a 6.5, maybe a 7 at most for most people. There are some excellent things in here. The acting, the direction, the shots and stuff are great, but really it just kind of fails in some of the departments that matter to me, especially in a supernatural film. Did keep some of my interest, but just enough to keep me to the end. But if anything, this is kind of a stepping stone movie for something better in the future. I hope shows potential. So what do you guys think? Have you seen this movie? It is currently about $6.99 to rent on Amazon. You might be able to find it other distributions, like other digital places. but I rented it there for $6.99. Personally, I don't think this is worth the $6.99. Maybe wait till it goes down to $4 and give it a whirl, but that's up to you, or maybe even wait till it gets on streaming. Might be worth a view for somebody. It's not going to be your favorite movie, but might be worth watching nonetheless. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Have you heard of this movie? Were you interested in checking it out and not sure, and that's why you're here? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming by, and as always, long live the void.